you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
Buddy, it's Talladega. I'm ready to roll. I know you're ready to rock. And look, tomorrow it's going to be raining, so get those doctor notes ready for Monday, because Monday we're going NASCAR racing in Talladega for real. And I've started something new, Liam. I'm putting the weather forecast for each race up on the SRM Facebook page, so be sure to check that out. At any rate, 75 laps, 26 cars are signed into the pit area tonight. We just wrapped up qualifying, and Liam, I don't want to mow your lawn, but Tyler Burton grabs the pole tonight. Yep, and I don't know if you've watched it at all today, but I will tell you this. You can get yourself in a real hurry real fast. Well, I can tell you this right now is the iRacing.com pace car has the lights off, and look, these guys are going to get real antsy real fast. So what I would suggest is we're going to have a lot of different strategies. Some guys are going to ride in the back. Some guys are going to try to make their way up to the front as quickly as possible. But I can tell you right now, Liam, that Tyler Burden in that 06 and that 06 car, he is going to be the one to lead this field down to the Best Buy drops green flag. Leroy Collins there in that number 43 car. He's going to get going on the outside here. Is like Liam said, we got 75 laps of green flag racing here from Talladega, and wow. Who's in that throwback number 9, first of all? But who's in that throwback Dale Earnhardt scheme? Well, with a little help from his friends, here comes Dylan Picklesheimer. Man, that takes me back to the Bill Elliott car when he was with Evernham Motorsports. Lap number 2 in the books. We got 73 to go here from Talladega, Alabama. And as we got the battle of the pizza boxes going on there between Kyle Diaz and that number 90 car of Ryan McCall there. He was about third line. What a bump! What a bump! Wow. Well, you got to be aggressive for sure. But you don't want to be too aggressive too early, though, because that can get you in a whole lot of trouble really, really quick. You know how we had the battle of the beer cans? Well, now we got battle of the pizza boxes. Well, I can tell you right now is you don't want to lose that draft. That might not be in your best interest. But here we go. We're slicing and dicing. These guys are absolutely getting after it. Picklesheimer's going to take the race lead over. Marshall Hare is having a great run here. Something I want to put out too, Liam, is the fact that Travis Gilbert still serving that 5-race probation, which means he cannot qualify for 3 more races. Well, now it's down to 2. He's got 2 more races until he can start qualifying again, which might actually play into his favor here. Now he just come right through the field. Whoa! Whoa! They save it! Oh. As I pick my jaw up off the floor. I tell you what though, Pete Walsh, what a recovery that 74 car had made. The heavy contact. Here comes the 8 car of Michael Carter. They come down the back straightaway. And oh man. He just nosed it right in there. He might. I mean, so look, I as a driver, and I'm sure you can attest to this too. You don't want to go too early. It's 75 laps. It's not a long time. But I would be remiss if I didn't say I was going to go at 2 to go. Oh boy. Inside line, give the advantage to the inside line. And that would be Tyler Burden leading the brigade down that little short stretch into turn number 1. Ted McDonald's going to take the outside. And guess who he has in tow with him? Up 23 spots. Fan favorite Travis Gilbert. And you know what, Liam? Ever since that probation has started, he's been like, you know what? I don't need qualifying. I like the mellow yellow. This is where it's gonna get good. Tam McDonald, Travis Gilbert, Picklesheimer, all in a row. They're gonna try to get a good little breakaway going. Here comes that inside line. Trying to get a full head of steam there. Ooh, the National Guard car, I believe that's Anthony Ludi there. That number 88 car. Well, I gotta know something, Liam. Are you Aaron Miller's ride or fly? The back deck lid, the back where the trunk is, says ride or fry. Oh man. Hey, I'm a fan of the Baconator. I will tell you that right now. And that's the thing too, Liam, is that's what I'm pointed out to. You can get behind in a huge hurry and you don't really want to. As we were watching 17 South there on that outside line. Here comes Alan Holtzman in that 24 car. He's going to go 3 wide, make a third lane try to happen. Thinks better of it. Oh. Here comes the inside line, trying to get somewhat organized as we starting to see 2 distinct groups form up here, coming down this long back straightaway. And that tank car is, man, all over that orange, that gear wrench car.
We do apologize for the audio issues we had, but Tay McDonald holds on to the race lead right now over Travis Gilbert, Dylan Picklesheimer, Alan Holtzman, Robert Roth, Aaron Miller in 6th, Dwayne Furtick, Christopher Roth, Marshall Harris in 17 South. Round out the top 10. We are 3 wide here for a top 5 position, and that 24 of Alan Holtzman falling back just a little bit.
Alan Holtzman, that 24 car. There's a little bit of a gap. A little bit. Whoa! Hang on. We got a
big crash up front.
Oh no!
That was the 10 of Aaron Miller, I believe.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus!
This is the baby Jesus 199, and nobody wanted to be saying that this early.
Oh man, the 10 car. Looks like. Oh, the 9 hooked him. Picklesheimer hooked Aaron Miller. Oh.
Multiple cars, just nowhere to go.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Well, this is a separate incident here with Sam Taylor going off the track.
The 3 car got a piece of the action too, it looks like. It's the first incident. Oh man. And just like
heavy damage to that 3 machine. Completely missing that front end.
Call the doctor, he's gonna need a nose job.
Pit stops up front. Everybody's coming in. Tay McDonald leads him down. See if he can win the race off pit road. You can see Tyler Burton getting up into his pit stall. He's got the first one, but he's so far back at this point. Probably not going to matter. Gilbert. He's going to take a shorter stop. Here comes Tay McDonald off. Koblenz as well. 43 wins the race off pit road, followed by the 29, the 22, the 62, and the 59. That's Koblenz, McDonald, Gilbert, Roth, well, Christopher Roth, and then Robert Roth, making up your top 5 off the pit lane. We're going to go ahead and step side by side for a moment. We'll be right back with the restart.
I mean, you might be right. As the iRacing.com pace car pulls off onto the pit road, giving the field to Tay McDonald. He gets the field. The iRacing.com pace car gets the field of Leroy Collins, Tay McDonald, Travis Gilbert up there in that third spot. We are green flag racing as we come to the Geico restart zone here on lap 20. Wow, they're down in the way. What a great sight. Leroy Collins out to an early lead, but you don't really want to be out that far ahead of this field. Yeah, Travis Gilbert there trying to make it happen. Here he comes. Oh boy, right there, third in line. Oh, this is not going to be good. The 62 car with the draft going on. It's the outside line trying to make something happen. Got the 51 car, Dwayne Furtick, who loves some mellow yellow, but would not like the yellow to come out in this one, as it already has.
Here comes that top lane, getting closer to the front. Collins in that 43. He's got himself a good push, like you said, from Dwayne Furtick up on the top. And once again, have to apologize for the audio issues that have happened on my end. Thanks to Alan for keeping everything covered and letting us know what's going on here as the race for the lead heats up once again. Here comes that top lane, a big-time push from Dwayne Furtick. Tay McDonald trying to hold on to the race lead, though, with a big push from Christopher Roth on the bottom.
Well, I tell you what, the real race doesn't look good happening tomorrow as weather has moved in. But we are sunny and chilling here in the virtual Talladega, Alabama. And Liam, you know, I don't want to inconvenience, but I'd love to see the weather right now, see what kind of temperature these guys are running in.
Well, as the 51 takes the race lead, we can go ahead and show you what these guys are experiencing right now. It's 83 degrees in the air right now, but that track temp sits about 95, a little bit warmer than what the air has. That's going to be due to the sun. Going to leave these tires going to be a little bit more slick on this racetrack. But I tell you what, Talladega is so big and so wide that handling almost rarely comes into a factor.
Well, here's something else that will come into effect here. Let me tell you this right now, Liam. The first rapid-fired pizza opened its doors in 2015 in Dayton, Ohio. The idea was simple to make delicious, fast, affordable pizza. Now in 25 cities across the country, customers love the fresh taste, the speed, the ability to create their own perfect pizza with over 35 different toppings and sauces. Go to www.rapidfirepizza.com for a location near you. Again, that's www.rapidfirepizza.com for location near you. And we don't have those in St. Louis, but they do have them in 25 other cities.
Yeah, and that rapid fire machine is doing pretty good, sitting up at third place right now. Dylan Picklesheimer pushing Dwayne Furtick at second and first, respectively. And pack seems to have separated up a little bit more. We've got another group of 5 or 6 cars that are trailing, led by John Osborne. He's got Kent Mueller, Kane Lee, Sam Taylor, and Pete Walsh with him. These guys sitting just about a second and a half off of the race lead. You got to wonder if their plan is to maybe wait for that big one to happen, get back up there later.
I think it's going to happen rather sooner than later. As we were fastly approaching 50 laps to go here in this one. Dwayne Furtick continues to lead this piece. Up in the front, Marshall Harris having a good run, running out the top 10, right around the end of that top 10, actually, about 9th. Bradley Rivers there in that 15 car, sporting the U.S. Army colors. And Liam May is National is Military Appreciation Month.
Yeah, as we come up to May, definitely a big fan of the month of May here. We know everything that goes on Memorial Day weekend, the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. And what better way to cap off the month of May than with those amazing races, amazing tributes to our servicemen.
Yes. And I tell you what, Liam, I am looking forward to the Indianapolis 500. Not only on here on iRacing, iRacing will run the virtual Indy 500, but I think Kyle Larson has a pretty good showing, if not a great showing, for his first attempt at the Indy Coke 600 double.
Well, I tell you what, John and I will let you know how it looks from turn number 4 as Bradley Rivers gets up to the front of the field here. He leads over Ryan McCall, Marshall Harris there in the 32, giving him a big push. Able to take away the lead from Dwayne Furtick while we were distracted by our service members and great racing that we're going to have at the end of May. But here comes Bradley Rivers through turns 3 and 4. He's got himself the race lead. Can he block both lanes? Can he control this race like everybody says they want to do?
Oh, I think he can.
Here comes McCall up on the top side to disagree with you, Alan. He's got the race lead as they come across the start-finish line just by a skosh that time, but momentum takes him forward.
That's all you need is some momentum and a little help from your friends. Here's a word we have not used all night, and that's cooperation. They're your friends until they're not your friends.
Yeah, cooperation is one of my favorite words to think about here. It's, obviously not a real word, a combination of cooperation and competition. But you've got to work with these guys until the absolute last second. Then you've just got to ditch them to do what's best for yourself.
Almost kind of like the Royal Rumble, right?
Almost, yeah. You work with guys for just as long as you have to, and once you can screw them over, you do.
Nice. You could have said that any better. Ryan McCall there is back in the lead. And, we had the distinct pleasure of watching ISNF, who also ran at Talladega for about 25 laps longer than this race is. And one of the drivers that we interviewed used the term slam pass or slam drafting.
Oh, we're going to see some of that here later. These guys are going to get big runs. They're going to have guys in front of them, and they're going to start thinking less and less about lifting and more about just getting this guy out of my way. Here comes the 12 up to the top side. Anthony Ludi trying to take the lead 3 wide up on the top.
Oh, wow. Anthony Ludi and that Toyota Camry.
Rivers is going to get away on the bottom. He's got 3-4 cars with him. Single file, but good job there by Ludi. Trying to make something happen. That top side does not want to give up. There's 4 of them. Super strong. 3 of them super close to each other. Ryan
Where's
McCall
3 wide?
In the middle with a big push from Stan Carnathan. Trying to work through the middle.
And they are stuck in the middle with everybody to the left and right. Here comes Ryan McCall to make a bonsai move to the outside line.
Stan Carnathan tried to go with him, didn't have the space, had to fall back in line, but Ryan McCall leading that top lane. He's going to try to take that lead away. Not quite close enough to do so, but he's side by side for second with a lane down below him. If he wanted it. I don't see why he'd leave that top lane, though. Stan Carnathan able to get back with him. Up on the top, Ryan McCall able to take away the race lead.
Here we go. And this is with about 41 laps to go. This is where that sense of urgency is going to kick in.
No, not quite, Alan. We're not halfway yet. These guys still have another pit stop coming. They're not going to be urgent till either A, right before that pit stop, or B, after it, when they realize how much they have to make up to try to get close to that race leader.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Colin Carnathan moved out of the bottom side. Those two doing a damn good job of tandem drafting up front, getting about 3 car lengths away before they separate. Now Bradley Rivers just behind Stan. He's going to try to get to the back bumper of that 82 and make a run happen. Stan not leaving the 90. Going to stay right up on him. And once again, here they go. Tandem drafting. Trying to get away from this pack.
Well, the inside line has the advantage. Kind of. There. Ooh.
At this stage of the game, yes, they do. There's 3 of them. Single file that are cleared up to the top. Soon to be 4 if that 32 can get out front.
And we've seen it all too many times before. When that outside line, you kind of use that outside line, and when you get to the front, you kind of bail off of it and head to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Anthony Ludy, and the outside line is more organized this time than the inside line. Oh boy, here we go.
Carnathan not leaving the back bumper of that number 90. Able to allow that inside lane to get further and further in front. And now here comes the 32, Marshall Harris. He's clear of the top side, Anthony Ludy. Side by side behind him. If they can get themselves a little bit of a gap and keep working forward, they could separate from the rest of this pack. But that's going to be a tough, tough ask, especially now as these guys join back together.
Right now, Ryan McCall is the top of the pile. So everybody's trying to get to Anthony Ludy, trying to make a move on the outside. He's going to try to bring Michael Carter with him. And if you're Anthony Ludy, you want that 8 car to be right behind you and glued to your back bumper.
Yeah, you definitely want to have that 8 car glued to your back bumper so he can get as close and push you as far up front as possible. Kyle Diaz moves up in front of this lane up on the top side, trying to get up side by side with that 4th place car, but nothing doing at this point.
Oh my goodness. 26, Kyle Diaz in at number 26. He's all the way back there in 10th. Is he gonna bail off on the second line and try to make it down to the inside in the first line? I don't think so.
They haven't really been able to get side by side with those top 4 as of this point, but here comes Ludy looking up to the top side of Diaz. And a couple more move up top. Tay McDonald, Travis Gilbert. They're going to try to make that top lane work.
The whole they got enough juice. Here comes Tay McDonald on the outside, trying to get the outside to work with them. Maybe does someone take the bait and kind of move up there with them? We don't know. We're just as puzzled as anybody. 9 cars all alone. He's got no one to draft with, as he's a sitting duck.
That's going to help these guys up on the top side. Nobody to side draft them. Nobody to pull them back. Here comes Tay McDonald up on the top side. He's going to get side by side with that 43. Huge push here from Travis Gilbert in the 22.
Tay McDonald trying to will that power, trying to get Travis Gilbert and Kyle Diaz to just stay with them. Stay with me, buddy. That's all he's asking. Here comes the outside line.
Getting side by side with Carnathan for second place. Now Rivers side by side with Tay McDonald. This is for third. Travis trying to get everywhere he can, all up on the rear bumper of that 29 to push him forward. Through the corners, it's so tough to get up into the back bumper of somebody because if you hit them in the wrong spot, it could send them sideways and cause a whole host of cars to have a problem.
A whole host of cars to have a problem. You can stack up the whole field. And the one thing you got to be worried about now, Liam, is the bottleneck, the infamous bottleneck.
Hey, McDonald up on the top side. Big push from Travis Gilbert. He's going to take away the race lead. McCall on the bottom side trying to fight hard. He's got a big push from the 82, Stan Carnathan.
Hang on to her, boys.
Oh, Carnathan slides up the racetrack a little bit there. Checks up the inside lane as Harris has to go down below the yellow line. He doesn't want to pit. He's going to come back up on the racetrack when it is convenient.
And
sometimes you'll ton of positions there.
Sometimes you'll see cars kind of, if it gets a little too hot in the kitchen per se, they'll go ahead and bail out and float to the back.
Well, riding on board with Dwayne Furtick, who's towards the back of this pack. He sits in 18th position. Only about a second off the race lead, though.
It's crazy how a second will separate everybody.
Or, a lack thereof separation. There's 18 cars within 1 second of each other.
Oh, man. You can hear how Dwayne's got to kind of feather the throttle a little bit to stay off of the 24 car of Alan Holtzman and that number 24 Dollar General Chevrolet.
Things heating up front once again. Here comes Kyle Diaz with a push from John Osborne on the bottom, trying to take away the race lead. Travis Gilbert gets a big shove into the back of the 29, but Diaz is able to get next to the 29, not quite close enough to him to side draft him. Coming up off of turn number 4, looks to be that number 29 machine as they work to the inside of that Aaron Miller damaged car. Miller's not going to hold any sort of problem for these drivers.
No, you don't want to do that because then you open yourself up for a whole other host of problems here. We were working lap 41 of 75 out of the 40 laps complete. We had numerous lead changes.
Trading back and forth. Right now it's Tay McDonald out front. Travis Gilbert to his back bumper. How long does that 22 stay content behind in second place before he starts to move out and try to take this race lead?
It takes a lot of discipline, but I think he's going to wait until at least 6 to go.
There is a long way to go as we just passed lap number 42. Just past halfway in this thing. 33 laps remaining here at Talladega and one more pit stop. We're going to go ahead, give you guys a little bit of a turn it up session. Be right back with some more incredible racing action here in the ECR Next Gen Cup Series. back live here at Talladega. Pit stops are happening right now. Michael Carter, the 94 of Adam Bowden, the 32 of Harris, the 51 of Furtick, and the 43 of Colette's all coming in this time around. Tay McDonald, Travis Gilbert, the guys who have been leading this race since we went to that quick little break there, they stay out.
You don't want to make a mistake getting on the pit road or getting off pit road. You don't want to, especially this late in a race, it could be a very costly mistake that you just don't want to make.
Yeah, and a green flag pit stop is, I don't know, man. It's kind of a catch-22 here. You don't want to mess it up, as we've got everybody up front coming in. Look at this wholesale group of pit stops coming in up off of turn number 4. There's at least 12 drivers coming in, and everybody gets through okay. No contact as of yet. But coming in double wide into the pits, that's going to be tough here. With no real road rules to get it done. Tay McDonald leads them down. Dylan Picklesheimer in the 9 with Sam Taylor, Alan Holtzman, Doug D-Nice, and Kent Mueller all staying out this time around. I remember they trailed the rest of the field for a little bit. Staying out an extra lap. Going to see how well it works for him. Tay McDonald going to win the race off of pit road. But a huge margin between him and Gilbert and Carnathan.
That's about as sketch can get. It's coming off of pit road. Here comes Travis Gilbert leading that second pack, and that's Stan Carnathan there in that number 20 or number 82 car. Excuse me.
Gilbert moves up to the top of the racetrack out of the way of Stan Carnathan. Not entirely sure what that was about, but he's going to fall back in line. Stan Carnathan leads this line. Dylan Picklesheimer going to lead this group off of the pit lane. There's no shot. He's got enough speed to hold out of the race lead here coming through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Stan Carnathan up on the top side.
Wow, what a sweet looking view.
Stan Carnathan holds out of the race lead with 27 laps to go here at Talladega. Kyle Diaz sits in second. Travis Gilbert in 4th place. Blinked out there for a second. Ryan McCall sits in 3rd. The top 5 have themselves a little bit of a gap, just over a second, back to this big pack here, which consists of 11 cars running side by side. Adam Bowden leads this group with Michael Carter behind him, Marshall Harris behind him, Dylan Picklesheimer, John Osborne, Michael York trailing this group as well.
Oh boy.
Bradley Rivers, Anthony Ludi up in here. Doug D. In that Coors Light Silver Bullet machine trailing this pack 16 cars. Within a second and a half of your race leader, and I tell you what, second group has already caught the first one.
I will tell you this, Liam. I'm going to pull back the curtain. I don't think there's anybody that I know that loves Super Speedway racing more than you do.
John Osborne takes the race lead with a push from Michael York. Tyler Burden up on the top side with a push from Bradley Rivers, who we're thinking, where did he come from? He was just at the tail end of this group a little while ago, all the way up into 4th place. He's top 4 single file with Ludi up on the top side trying to race with Kyle Diaz. Not a whole heck of a lot of help there. He's got Adam Bowden with him. Michael Carter and the 32 of Harris jumping up in line as well. These guys not super close to each other. Not able to make up a whole heck of a lot of time on that bottom lane.
Nothing doing there. Here comes Anthony Ludi leading the charge on that second line.
Doing a good job in that 12 machine. He's all the way up to second place. Got himself a run with a push from Adam Bowden. I didn't think they were close enough, but here they come up on the top side, trying to take away the race lead. Ludi almost clear in front of Osborne, decides better of it. Now Osborne fights back on the inside.
I don't know. Here comes Anthony Ludi. Give Anthony Ludi the lead here in Talladega.
But for how long? Here comes Bowden down to the bottom. He beats her to the line. Imagine if that was the last lap. We've still got 23 laps to go.
Do the drivers know that?
I'm not going to be the one to tell them.
That would have been heartbreaking city for Anthony Ludi. Anthony Ludi still being scored the leader. Here comes Marshall Harris on the outside. Nothing doing there.
No help. Everybody single file on the inside behind him. He's going to fall back a considerable amount of positions. Unless he can jump down here, he's going to try in front of John Osborne. Yes, he gets down in there, and we are single file all the way back to Christopher Roth back in 21st position, who sits 2.5 seconds off of the race lead with 22 laps to go.
Oh my goodness.
23 rather.
This is getting good. As we're riding on board of Christopher Roth right now. And right now he's running at 17th.
Things in front starting to get double file, and that allows that 62 to get out front or get a big run on these guys down to the inside. Here comes Diaz. Moves up to the outside, going to try to use some of that momentum. Nothing doing there for him. He's going to jump back down to the inside. Is that Pete Walsh up there? It is.
I think it
Pete
is.
Walsh sitting up here in the top 5, or top 10 rather. Working the top side after getting some damage to that right front, getting turned into the wall. Back up front though, Dwayne Furtick. He's got a big push from the 43. Leroy doing what he can up on the top side to push that 51 past Adam Bowden.
Oh, the 23 car's going to make a move. Here comes Leroy.
Yeah, Furtick got down in front. Left the 43 out hanging.
Here comes Dwayne Furtick there in the second. I want to say this top group here. We are coming to 20 to go this time by here from south of the Mason-Dixon line in Alabama.
Wayne Furtick leads this race over Adam Bowden, Michael Carter, Marshall Harris, Anthony Ludi, Leroy Koblenz. Robert Roth leads the second pack with a host of cars. Here comes the number 17, or rather the number 88, 17 South. As some guys are blinking in and out. Not totally sure what's going on with the 59, but he's going to jump up out of the way as 17 South tries to get up through this pack, and the caution's going to come out.
Well, Liam, the blinking that you're experiencing, that is the infamous Talladega Daytona blink. There's really nothing anybody could do about it, really. It's Christopher Ross is going to be the reason for the caution. What a huge impact that was.
Yeah, Christopher Roth blinking in and out. We couldn't really Try to follow it here. At that point, you know, he's already sideways, and the tough thing about blinking is that you can't avoid, but you can't see.
No, unfortunately not. I mean, he could always say, hey, I'm going into ghost mode.
Not sure if it works that way. But we'll see. It looks like everybody's going to come in for pit stops here with 20 laps to go.
And Liam, I would imagine this would be the money stop right here.
Absolutely. Money stop is a little bit less important at a super speedway like this, but track position is huge. You still don't want to have these guys mess up on a pit stop.
Tomorrow morning at 11:30 Eastern PM, or 11:30 Eastern. Tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the Racers Elite as they go full length Talladega racing. And Liam, that's going to be an absolute barn burner, as they have a little over. Let me just a hot second while we're doing a shameless plug. They have 34 cars signed in for this event tomorrow.
That should be a lot of fun. You guys know where to find us here live on Sim Racing Media. Be sure to tune in to get a little bit of racing fix before the Talladega race starts for the Cup, guys. And I tell you what, Alan, I think we're going to get it in. I think the rain is going to stop early enough. We can get the track dried off. We can have a race tomorrow.
I hope you're right. And then tomorrow night, Liam, is... Look, if you want to watch the full Talladega race on iRacing, for Racers Elite tomorrow at 11:30, or... Yeah, 11:30 is race time. Then you can watch the real Talladega race. And then circle back to Sim Racing Media tomorrow evening and catch myself and Dave Regal on the call for Sunday Night NASCAR as we go Talladega racing once again, the full-length Talladega race. And Liam, that Sunday Night NASCAR League, they, well, let's put it this way. They follow the actual NASCAR season, and they do the full NASCAR races.
Yeah, 36 races, 100% race length. And I tell you what, when it comes to a show, these guys deliver week in and week out. It's always a good time to see what the Sunday Night NASCAR group is going to have going on. But we've got a little bit of a restart coming up here with 18 laps to go. Going to be 17 when we take the restart. These guys getting the chance now to double up. Get ready to go here for 17 more laps at Talladega.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a whale of a show right now. As we have been racing for a little bit about 54 minutes, so close to an hour. Can't argue that kind of results. So, I mean, really, not a bad race going on right now.
These guys have done an incredible job. This racing has been insane. We've seen a couple of incidents where there should have probably been a caution, but these guys were just good enough at what they do. You know, they kept it straight. They kept it from being a bigger deal than it was.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, as the iRacing.com pace car gets ready to give the field back over to Dylan Picklesheimer and Marshall Harris coming out of turn number 4. Liam, we're going to come back to green flag with 17 to go. here in the Baby Jesus 199. And
I tell you what, whoever is leading after these 17 laps, whoever crosses the checkered flag is going to be thanking Baby Jesus probably 199 times here. We get up to the Geico restart zone. Dylan Picklesheimer in the 9 going to lead them down. He's got a push from Anthony Ludi coming. Marshall Harris up on the top side, try to play spoiler. Green flag is out and the inside lane gets going. The outside lane does not, and there are 2 of them free and clear. 1 and 2 on the inside lane. Here comes the 59 of Roth up to the top side with a push from Tay McDonald.
oh, goodness gracious. Dylan Picklesheimer in control of the field. Tay McDonald back there about 10th place on that outside line. Here we go. 17 laps to go. Bradley Rivers, Travis Gilbert in that 22 car. And they are running 5th and 6th respectively. Do these guys have anything for Dylan Picklesheimer? Because right now it's his race to lose or win.
Still a long way to go. 16 laps to go. Picklesheimer moves up. Ludi follows him. 9 back to the bottom of the racetrack, but Ludi moves up in front of Bradley Rivers. Now Ludi sits in the middle of 3 wide. Here comes Bradley Rivers up on the top side. He's going to try to take the race lead with a big push from Travis Gilbert and Christopher Roth just behind him. Rather, Robert Roth up in the 59. Gilbert moves down to the middle. He's going to try to pull a little bit of side draft on Rivers. He's going to get that position. He's clear for the race lead. Stays in the middle to try to get that push from the 59 of Roth. Roth moves up to the top side. Doesn't want to help, but he's going to have to. Tay McDonald looks to make it 4 wide through the tri-oval. Thinks better of it. Gets right in behind the 59 of Roth. They are 3 wide. 3 by 3 for the race lead.
Robert Roth. They're in that number 59 car. In the middle. Oh, he's getting blocked by Travis Gilbert. Nothing doing on the outside there. We're going to slice and dice with 15 laps to go. There's another rapid fire pizza car. Bradley Rivers on the point, up 21 spots. John Osborne in a number 81 car. He is also up 21 spots. Here comes Travis Gilbert in the outside line. He's got the 59 car of Robert Roth in tow. Here he's got Tim McDonald also. He's got a whole mess of cars. Do they have enough to get by Bradley Rivers? Same song, different verse.
Diaz and McCall trying to run up on the top side. Just those 2. Nothing doing up there. Here comes Bradley Rivers, though. He's got Stan Carnathan and John Osborne with him. Those 3 separating a little bit more from the rest of the pack. Just a couple of car links at this point, and here comes a big draft from Tyler Burden, getting closer and closer to Osborne now. Stays with that group of 3 up in front of him, and now the 48 of Michael York and Leroy Collins in the 43, getting grouped up with this pack as well.
And it looks like we got a 6-car breakaway here. Could this be for all the marbles as we come to the trial one more time? Past the stripe, 12 to go. And I would be remiss to say that if you are Stan Carnathan you are definitely plotting that move. Trying to figure out when do I want to go? How much longer do I want to ride the line and be content with being in second place?
12 laps to go. Going to be 11 next time around. And now here comes Robert Roth up top. He's got a push from Tay McDonald. Little bit of help. That's probably going to help this next group behind him, led by Kyle Diaz and Ryan McCall. Help them get closer and closer. They're already falling further and further off of this lead pack. They're over a second behind. Oh, and around goes the 9. Caution's going to come out. Dylan Picklesheimer goes around.
Hang on to her.
And a single car incident here at Talladega Superspeedway, as unlikely as that is, brings out the caution here once again.
Here's the replay. It looks like a bad push from Marshall Harris sends Picklesheimer around. No one else got involved in that single car spin, as Liam says. And, you know, that's one of those things where it absolutely sucks with 10 laps to go.
Nobody really wanted to see that caution there, but tell you what, it's just kind of a part of these things. Well, we're going to go ahead and step side by side one more time here with 10 laps to go. We'll be right back with the restart. All right, well, we should be getting the 1 to green this time by Bradley Rivers is your race leader over Carnathan, Osborne, Burden, Roth. And we've got York, McDonald. Go ahead and let our starting grid start back up over. And Leroy Koblenz, Ryan McCall, and Adam Bowden round out your top 10. Guys getting ready to double up here with less than 10 laps to go here at Talladega.
This is going to get good. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, settle in, get the popcorn ready to go. We are 8 laps from the finish of this one, getting ready to be number 7. So we work our way through turns 3 and 4. We work our way through turns 1. Sorry, I'm way ahead to go again. Here we go. Down the back straightaway, and these guys are going to move about 70 miles an hour, which is your typical highway speed. Who is going to win the sweet baby Jesus 199? Is it going to be the 15 car Bradley Rivers? Will it be the 82 car Stan Carnathan? Can the winner come out of row number 2? Can the winner come out of row number 3?
We know John Osborne had himself a strong run last time out. He's going to be hoping to get himself another win here at Talladega in that 3rd place. But Bradley Rivers up front, Stan Carnathan in that first row. Those guys are going to be tough to pass here with 7 laps to go as we take the restart.
Here we go down through the tri-oval. Once again, a reminder, tri-oval does not hold the start finish line. It's that little short stretch on this side of the tri-oval, and Bradley Rivers through the Geico restart zone. We are down and away.
Green flag back in the air. Rivers tries to get out front. Carnathan with a big push from Tyler Burden up on the top. Michael York trying to get in line with those guys as well to make things happen up on the top side. As these guys speed up. Oh, up into the racetrack goes Robert Roth. Sideways.
Everybody makes evasive movements.
Tyler Burden got turned sideways by Robert Roth. Everybody's able to drive away okay as they're 4 wide down the back straightaway. We're not out of the clear yet.
I don't think we're out of the clear for 75 laps. Travis Gilbert on the extreme outside of the racetrack here. Almost riding that outside wall. Comers and goers all night. Here comes Stan Carnathan as they have the middle line working now.
Michael York takes away the race lead. He's up on the top side of the racetrack. What a shove from the 22 to the 43. Down to the bottom goes Michael York. Colin's going to take the race lead up on the top side. He doesn't have the help, though. In the middle goes Roth. Burden. He got loose up on the bottom, slid right up in front of Diaz. He's going to try to work through the middle. Bowden saw that. He reacted, let off the gas. He's going to fall to the back of this pack.
We're coming down to the handshake like 5 phalanges in the air. This time by Michael York as your race leader.
Around goes Dylan Picklesheimer down to the inside. Keep an eye on this. He's going to come back up the racetrack. He keeps it straight, no caution. Michael York holds on to the race lead, and what I was getting ready to say before that happened is that all 26 cars that started this race are still on the racetrack. They are all on the lead lap, and the only one that is not in this lead draft is Dylan Picklesheimer, who just got spun out. 4 laps to go when we come to the start-finish line this time. Can Michael York hold on as 5 drivers have been able to break away from the rest of the field?
Michael York leading a 5-car breakaway. He's got Nathan, Rivers, Osborne. Tyler Burden is on the end of this 5-car breakaway as the caboose. Don't look now. Travis Gilbert trying everything that he can.
And these guys just got clear. They just got single file. There's a numerous amount of cars up front of this pack who have gotten single file. They're going to start chasing down that draft to the 5 in front of them. And I tell you what, man, if you are anybody in this top 5, Michael York, Carnathan, Rivers, Osborne, or Burden, you don't want to see a caution here. You want to see this gap stay as stationary as it possibly can be. But there are 7 cars single file at the front of this pack that is getting closer and closer to the top 5 up front. 3 laps to go as they come across the line for Michael York.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey on to her, Michael. Hey on to her. Stan Carnation still wondering what he needs to do. It's not time to go yet. Who blinks first?
Three laps to go. This top 5 staying single file. The gap between 6th and 5th is 1.1. Rather, no, it's 3/4 of a second. 1.1 is the gap from 6th place to 1st. They're chasing down this front group. They've actually separated about 7 cars from the rest of the pack, trying to close in on this front group. Caution comes out.
No. Kane Lee, it looks like.
Big crash down the front straightaway involving Roth. 17 south to 5 of Kent Mueller. Collins is in it. I saw the 24 going down the pit lane as well. Alan Holtzman got a piece. Caution comes out. We are sent to overtime.
Oh, man. Here is the 3 wide action. Robert Ross gets in the Holtzman there. As he says, the officials here at Talladega, Alabama, the grass cutting services.
Bowden might not have a whole heck of a lot of damage to that car, but definitely going to be struggling in the track position game here with 2 laps to go.
I mean, you're not wrong. As this past week we had some major severe weather down here in St. Louis this past weekend. One of the unfortunate things was Kentucky, or not Kentucky, but Madison, Illinois, the home of Worldwide Technology Raceway. Their grandstands flew over the drag strip over there in that complex.
It's a really terrible deal.
Luckily, it's just one of them. But they had to. So they usually run an event during the summer called Midnight Madness, which you can take like your tuner cars or your muscle cars, and it's like not really bracket style drag racing, but it's like I'm such an opponent of. I'm against street racing. I'll put it on the racetrack, not on the streets. A long story short. And, I don't think I'm in the minority when I say that. as we get doubled up behind the iRacing.com pace car for NASCAR overtime. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the green flag with 2 to go. And if they make it around to the white flag, whatever happens, happens. If we stay green, we're racing back to checkers. Now, if we get cautions before we get back to the white flag, we're going to re-rack it or re-stack it. And try it again.
We'll see what we get. About 5 1/3 miles to go when we get the green flag. Lights are off on top of the pace car, so Michael York going to choose the inside. Stan Carnathan to his outside. Bradley Rivers and John Osborne going to make up row number 2. Tyler Burton, Kyle Diaz, Travis Gilbert, Dwayne Furtick, Ryan McCall, and Michael Carter round out your top 10.
Well, as we get down the back straightaway, I'm going to tell you about Vet the Track. At Vet the Track, we take pride in being different. What sets us apart is not only our commitment to empowering veterans, but the unique approach we embrace to make a meaningful impact. Vet the Track operates with no paid staff. Every effort is a labor of love, driven by the genuine desire to make a difference in the lives of veterans. Vet the Track operates on a mission, not a profit motive. Every dollar earned or donated goes back into creating more opportunities for veterans. Our focus is on impact and empowerment, not financial gain. Vet the Track creates opportunities for hands-on experiences, bringing veterans into the heart of the action through initiatives like our Pit Crew Experience and Motorcycle Track Days, crafting a unique and empowering experiences from exhilaration of high-speed racing to the camaraderie of built into the pit crew. We provide veterans with an experience that goes beyond the ordinary. Our programs are designed to accommodate various skill levels, making Vet the Track accessible to everyone. Join us on this incredible journey where every ride is a step towards being positive change. Will you join with us to be a supporter? Visit vetthetrack.org and help us support those who have given so much for us. Again, that's www.vetthetrack.org. And Liam, we are coming back to grade for NASCAR overtime from Talladega Speedway through the Tri-Oval. Here comes the 48 car of Michael York through the Geico Zone, and we are down and racing. 2 laps left in this one.
2 more laps. Michael York trying to hold it down for 5 1/3 more miles. Stan Carnathan up at the top side. Both lines get an equal restart. Nose to nose as they get through turns 1 and 2.
We just have to make it around one more time. Stan Carnathan on the outside line. John Osborne in second position, riding right behind him. Does Michael York in the inside line have anything for this out? So we are going back and forth, back and forth. Here comes Michael York.
York, he's got a big push there for Bradley Rivers in the 15. Rivers stays all up on that rear bumper. Sam Taylor in the back tries to move up top, and nobody's helping him. We've got 2 separate packs as we come to the white flag. The flagman has it in the air. White flag is in the air, which means no more cautions. Stan Carnathan up on the top side. He's got a push from John Osborne. Here comes Michael York on the bottom. Big push for Bradley Rivers. They're crashing behind. Tay McDonald gets turned around. We'll come back to that later. Coming up off of turn number 2, the advantage goes to the 48. Stan Carnathan with a big push now from the 81. Gets the nose out front, but just a little bit. John Osborne all over the back bumper of that 82 as here comes Travis Gilbert trying to make a third lane happen. Michael York on the bottom side, separated just a little bit from his help. Bradley Rivers, that's going to give Stan Carnathan the chance up on the top side. Does anyone have anything for him? John Osborne moves up to the top side. He's going to pull some side draft. He's going to get the nose out front. They split behind them. John Osborne wins himself another one. Stan Carnathan crashes for P2 and Bradley Rivers gets P3 here at Talladega.
Wow.
I can't believe John Osborne got himself another one, man. He pulled that move at the perfect time.
And he picked up 23 spots, Liam.
Take a look at this run coming to the checkers once again before we see him burn it down. Coming up off of the corner, a huge shove to Carnathan. This is down the back straightaway now. Dead even on entry into turns 3 and 4. But that separation on the bottom side allowed the top to get away, allowed Osborne to get clear for second. And once he did, it was just, where do you want to go? Moves up to the top, pulls that 82 back. Little bit of blink, it doesn't know where people are going to go, but gets it done. John Osborne going to celebrate here.
I mean, I don't think he could have scripted any better.
I'm not sure you can either. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't get John up in here for a post-race interview. Hey, John, it's Liam and Alan up in the booth. You got a copy?
What is up, guys? What is up?
Dude, that was an incredible drive. Here we are talking to you once again in the victory position. And this time it came with a perfectly executed move. You had just enough separation on the inside lane to get you clear for second. Walk us through that last lap and making that move there to get the win there on Stan Carnathan.
Man, I don't know what happened on the last lap. All I heard was wrecking behind, and I was just like, well, I guess it's just me and Stan. And I was like, am I just going to try and push him? Or am I going to, I wanted to make sure that we had some separation behind. And so I would just stay as tight on him as I could. And I knew if I moved to the outside that I would have the run. And I knew York was coming on the outside. I wasn't really trying to block him. Then he blinked out, and I didn't know where he was. So, but, man, back to back, baby.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal few weeks. We saw you get kind of caught up in that crash there as we were coming to that final green-white checker. You had some contact there. Were you concerned at all about damage, or were you just, let's go?
Not really. I mean, at that point, you got what you got. I didn't have any damage from what I know. I definitely do now. But, the most, man, I gotta give a great shout out to my entire team. Oh, my gosh. That run that we had when we went 3 wide to get to the front was unreal. Y'all were probably loving that up in the booth.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what to say. I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. I'm 50 right now.
Well, that's all right. We won't make you talk much more. Who do you want to thank for such a strong run these last couple of weeks, getting the job done once again here?
Oh, man, I definitely think the team, we had a good plan coming in here. We the main thing we wanted to do was just be able to pit together so we could come out together. I had to start in the back again. This is my last week of probation. I think I'm done. I didn't cause a caution tonight. Thank goodness I can qualify again next week. So, yes, maybe I can start near the front. If not, man, starting from the back has been working out for me. So maybe I'll just keep doing that. But, thank the team, thank Brad and Michael and Stan and Kyle and Ryan. And, man, I mean, just everybody, and Tyler. I mean, we all worked so well together all night long. And it was a great team effort. Thank my mom and dad, who I know are watching, are probably celebrating a little bit more than they did last week. Thank you guys up in the booth. Appreciate y'all. And, thank Adam again for putting on such a great league. The racing tonight was so good. Man, I'm beside myself, man. I can't believe I went back to back, man. I'm pumped.
Awesome stuff, man. We love the emotion here. It's awesome stuff. We could feel it. We're vibing with it, man. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah. I want to apologize to Michael. I really wasn't trying to block him. He had such a quick run there. I was just trying to stay away from Stan. And then when he blinked out, I had no idea where he was. And so, But the fact that we could all finish up there was really good. But definitely it was not intentional to try to block it. But hey, man, it's for the win, so I should try and block him. I'm just glad it worked out. Wow.
I think I've seen Blaney do the same thing, but congratulations once again. Before we let you go, which chat do you want to go to again?
I don't know if anybody's still in there. I guess Eon's A.
Sounds good. We sent him there, and now we're going to go ahead and bring in second place Stan Carnathan. If we could find him. Might look for Bradley Rivers. Oh, you found him there.
Alan and Liam in the SRM booth. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How are you guys?
Look, P2 pushing your teammate to the win here. That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, it was a teammate kind of night, and is what it is in that aspect when you get down to the end of it, and we crossed it the 4 or 5 wide there. So good job to John pushing there on the outside. I mean, we were pushing in the center of the corner. He was getting help from behind, and we cleared the inside. And I thought of going down, but I didn't want to give those guys any energy from the outside. So it worked out.
Oh man. So now we're going to the rest of the season. I think we're done with the super speedways for a while.
Good.
What's your thoughts as we continue on through the season here? Has the approach stayed the same from the beginning of the season, or have we changed it up just a little bit?
No, I think moving forward, the anticipation is for there to be some more green flag racing. I think if we can get over the hurdle of creating cautions during pit cycles, then you'll start to see guys who can manage their tires a little bit better, and run some more consistent laps, get better track position as the race goes on. Because in these cars, the track position is more than half the battle. The way the dirty air plays a role in traffic.
Well, all right. And so once again, congratulations on that P2 finish tonight. Is there anybody that you would like to thank that helped get you here tonight?
Well, again, obviously, Eon's Motorsports as a whole, and all the teammates for working together and communicating well, and sticking together there. And then just a shout out to the associate sponsor, Rapid Fire Pizza. If you go to rapidfirepizza.com, find a location near you, go get some pizza.
Hey, is there any promo codes?
Before we let you go, what's the closest location to Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Because I'm going to be going there, and I am a big pizza fan.
Yeah, I know we got some locations in and around the Dayton area, but I would have to jump on the website to... if you go to the website and look up the location nearest you, but like I said, I think probably, unfortunately, the Dayton area is probably the closest. But again, I'd have to look myself. The locations I have are down in and around the Cincinnati area.
It's all right. Us Midwesterners, we can work together and get your pizza a little bit further west.
There you go. Well, if you figure out how to get my food truck into Indianapolis Motor Speedway, you let me know, because I'd be all about that.
Well, hey, if we were able to put something together, Liam would have to do a live stream on eating a slice of Rapid Fire Pizza, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can make
without
it
a doubt.
Anyways, thanks again for joining us, Dan. Congratulations on a top 2 finish here, getting on the podium. We'll hopefully be talking to you again next week.
Yeah, thanks guys, appreciate you.
All right. And we are going to go ahead and get him moved out of here.
Now we've got Bradley Rivers, one of the most exciting drivers to watch all day, comes away with a P3 finish. finish. Bradley, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good, and I tell you what, you were one of, if not the one, to watch all day. We saw you go from back to front. Maybe got involved in an incident once, but you were incredibly entertaining all day. Walk us through your race and especially those last couple of laps.
Yeah, that was a wild race for sure, and I'll take it again. There wasn't very many cautions, which is not usual. Usually you deal with a lot of cautions at this place, and then usually I'm the one getting caught in them too. So I'll take the good side of the lucky charm, and this time, and I'll take a P3 anytime I come here. So, and to see the team up here and the great teamwork that we had all race, and it worked out.
Well, we watched this last lap battle that you guys had. It seemed like a little bit of separation from you and Michael York. Kind of seemed to seal the deal. Do you think there was anything more you could have done to stay with him or maybe push him out front and get the chance to make the move?
I really tried to stay behind him as much as I could, and my oil temp was reading about 285 in middle of turn 3, so I had to back it off just a little bit and then have my teammate Tyler catch me from behind and then give me the big push. And I was trying to give York that big push to the win and finish behind him, but hey, I'll take John as another teammate to win, so I'll take it.
Yeah, and overall, you guys finished across the line less than half a tenth separating 1, 2, and 3. So, I mean, you guys did phenomenal. Is there anybody you want to thank for such a strong run here today at Talladega?
Oh, I thank my team as again, Aeon's Motorsports. Without these guys, it's just I wouldn't be here. And these guys have taught me a lot, and I've learned so much, and I mean, a lot more to learn. So, and we just keep evolving as a team, and I mean, there's bigger things that happen, and I'm sure we're gonna just keep getting better and better. And I want to shout out my Raise Energy, my sponsor, and shout out my family for watching me on my stream, and thanks for you guys for streaming it.
Well, thanks for joining us here, Bradley, and congratulations once again on a podium. We'll hopefully be talking to you again soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Well, that's going to about do it for us here on Sim Racing Media. Phenomenal 75 lapper plus a couple extra. 78 laps ended up being the final distance here at Talladega in the Baby Jesus 199. Go ahead and show you our results for the day. With John Osborne getting the job done over Stan Carnathan and Bradley Rivers. Michael York in 4th place, Tyler Burden, Aaron Miller, Travis Gilbert, Kyle Diaz, Dwayne Furtick, and Marshall Harris. Michael Carter and Pete Walsh, Anthony Ludi, Ryan McCall, Doug D-Nice, Kane Lee, Dylan Picklesheimer, and Christopher Roth round out page number 1. Go ahead and jump over to the final page here. See Christopher Roth, 17 South, Adam Bowton, Robert Roth, Sam Taylor, Kent Mueller, Leroy Collins, Tay McDonald, and Alan Holtzman to round out the field. Well, we had another phenomenal race here in the ECR NextGen Cup Series. John Osborne goes 2 in a row, goes back-to-back, and he even said himself he didn't think he'd be able to do it. Alan, we've got a couple of great storylines moving into next weekend. What are your final thoughts here?
Oh my goodness. I'm disappointed, but I'm happy. Disappointed in the way that no one has won the race of the beer stand tonight. But I'm happy that all 26 cars finished the race. And what action that we had, here at Talladega. And so, as I look through the schedule here.
Yeah, we got Dover next week, and then go to Kansas.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks. These guys are going to have some talent, really talent-based racetracks, getting away from this type of super speedway racing, which by all means requires talent to do well at. But, you go to a track like Dover, Kansas, you got to have a long run car. You got to be able to save tires. And
So yeah, we go to Dover, and then May the 4th on Star Wars Day, we go to Darlington, and then Dover.
Ooh.
So I may have to wear my I may have to break out a Star Wars shirt for May the 4th. And look, there's gonna be a lot of Star Wars references on May the 4th.
Think we can work with that. Anyways, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in live here on Sim Racing Media amidst all the audio issues we had at the beginning. This race delivered, and like Alan said, all 26 drivers who started this race finished the race, which just goes to show that, I mean, it's a testament to how talented these guys are here in the ECR NextGen Cup Series. We've got an amazing league that we get to work with here every Saturday night, and we'll be back next week, ready to rock and rumble for Dover, 200 laps at the Monster Mile. That'll about do it for us here on Sim Racing Media. Just that friendly reminder, as you walk through the streets of life, please don't play in traffic. Take it easy, folks.
Bricklotech, high performance.